Good morning, children. Welcome back to the lesson The Little Girl. We already have the first session. I hope all of you have gone through it thoroughly. The first session dealt with the fear developed by the little girl towards her father because of his size and father's routine going to office, and before going to office he would give her a casual kiss. For that she would respond goodbye father, and she could find much relief and comfort when her father's carriage moves away. And thinking about her father alone is like thinking about a giant. And grandmother wanted to make Kesia mingle with the father and would bring her to the drawing room on Sundays, and she could find father sleeping on the sofa and mother reading the newspaper. One day grandmother asked her to prepare a pin cushion for her father's birthday. Here we stop, children. Now all of you open page number 34, paragraph number 5. Okay, page number 5. Right? Laboriously with a double cotton, the little girl stitched 3 sides, but what to fill with it? That was the question. The grandmother was out in the garden and she wandered into mother's bedroom to look for scraps. On the bed table, she discovered a great many sheets of fine paper, gathered them up, tore them into tiny pieces, and stuffed her case, then sewed up the fourth side. So children, here are a few difficult words for you. Okay. Laboriously. You know what laboriously means? Laboriously means with a lot of effort or difficulty, right? Now the next difficult word is wandered into. Okay, went into by chance. And another word meaning, that is scrapes. Scrapes, you know, small pieces of cloth or paper, etc., that are not needed. You know what a scrape dealer is? One who collects all these scrapes. Okay, the same way. Okay, these are the a few. Stuffed means filled. Stuffed, filled. Okay, so with great effort she stitched the 3 sides of that pin cushion, and she wanted to stuff it with something. So finally she could see fine paper, sheets of paper kept on her father's table, and she tore them into pieces. Okay, tore them into tiny pieces and stuffed her case and sewed up. What is sewed up? Stitched up the 4th side, and she made ready the pin cushion. Is it clear? Now that night there was a hue and cry in the house. What do you mean by hue and cry? Angry protest. Why? Because the father lost his speech meant for the port authority. Okay, so he questioned. Rooms were searched, servants were questioned. Finally mother came into Kesia's room. So mother wanted to know whether Kesia has taken it, right? And she asked, I suppose you didn't see some papers on the table in our room. But for the surprise of the mother, she said, oh yes, she said, I tore them up for my surprise. What? Screamed mother. Come straight down to the dining room this instant. And she was dragged down to where father was pacing to and fro, forward and backward. Pacing means walking. So father, out of anger, was pacing to and fro with his hands behind his back. Well, he said sharply. What do you mean by sharply? Here it means angrily. Mother explained. He stopped and stared at the girl. What is stared? Looked at her sternly. Looked sternly. Did you do that? No, 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 she whispered. What is whispered? Spoke in a low voice. Okay, you have a few difficult words. Whispered, spoke in a low voice, stared, looked sternly, dragged, pulled her down, Okay, pacing, that is walking, to and fro means forward and backward, screamed, shouted, right? Mother, go up to her room and fetch down. What is fetch down? Bring down the damn thing, that the thing that she prepared. See that the child's put to bed this instant. Instant, this moment. Okay. Difficult word, the moment. Fetch means bring down. Okay. Now, crying too much to explain, she lay in the shadow room watching the evening light make a sad little pattern on the floor. Actually, that girl was feeling very sad for tearing those important papers, and she looked at the evening light, which was making a pattern design on the floor. Then father came into the room with a ruler in his hand. I am going to beat you for this, he said. Actually, father wanted to teach her lesson by punishing her. Oh, no, 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 she screamed, shouted, hiding under the bedclothes. She wanted to hide herself under the bedclothes. He pulled them aside. Sit up, he ordered, and hold out your hands. You must be taught once and for all not to touch what does not belong to you. Actually, the intention of the father is to punish her with a message, that is what she should not touch what did not belong to her. Okay, but it was for her birthday. Down came the ruler on her little pink palm. Hours later, when grandmother had wrapped her in a shawl that rocked her in the rocking chair, the child clung to her soft body. The same night, the grandmother wanted to console her. Okay, to comfort her, she wrapped her, covered her in a shawl and rocked her. What is rocking? Putting into the rocking chair. And okay, you have seen a rocking chair. That by the time the child was clinging, embracing, or holding tightly the grandmother, okay, her soft body. What did God make father for? She asked. She sobbed. While crying, she said, why God has made these fathers for? Here is a clean hanky, darling. My dear child, please clean your nose. Blow your nose. Go to sleep. Pet, you will forget all about it in the morning. She suggested that she would forget all the thing, but explaining to father is very difficult. I tried that mother tried to explain to father, but father was very upset to listen. But the child did not forget, never forgot. Next time she saw him, she quickly put both hands behind her back, and a red color flew into her cheeks, came onto her face. What came onto her face? Red color. That shows that she was angry with her father, or she has created enmity with her father for punishing her by beating her on the little pink palm. So dear children, today we will stop here. Before we wind up, let us make a recap of or make a review of what we have learned for the day. So today we started with the preparation of pincushion by Kesia, the little girl. With great effort she prepared it by stitching the three sides and filling it with the scrapes. But it was not a scrape. The important paper of her father, that was a speech meant for the Port Authority, that she tore into pieces and stuffed it and prepared it. And the same night father came and searched for the paper but could not find. He questioned the servants, even mother, grandmother, everybody. And finally mother came to Kesia's room to ask whether she had seen it, and for her surprise she replied in the affirmative, and she was brought down to the dining room where father was moving to and fro, and father, out of anger, punished her by beating her on her pink palm. And the girl was crying bitterly for that. Then grandmother tried to console her by rocking her on the rocking chair, but the girl was not happy. She developed a kind of hatred towards her father, and next day when she saw her father, a red color flew onto her cheeks. That shows her anger And children, read well and try to write all the difficult words in your notebook. Also try to frame questions and find answer to it. Already the solution, NCERT solution, is given to you. And we will conclude the lesson with one more session tomorrow. Till then, have a nice day ahead. Bye bye.